The unsettling night shift. You know that creepy feeling when you're alone in an aisle at Walmart? Imagine if every aisle was filled with something else, something waiting. It was just another night shift at Walmart. I was stocking shelves, trying to stay awake under the harsh fluorescent lights. The store was dead quiet, except for the occasional buzz of a faulty bulb. I remember thinking how weird it was, being surrounded by so much stuff but feeling so alone. Then things got strange. I'd put a box of cereal on the shelf, turn around to grab another, and the first one would be gone. At first I thought I was just tired, but it kept happening. Soon I was double-checking everything I did. That's when I heard it. A soft thud from the toy aisle, like something falling off a shelf. But when I went to check, nothing was out of place. Just rows of creepy dolls staring back at me with their lifeless eyes. I couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something was watching me. The customers that weren't there. I tried to shake off the creepy feeling and focus on my work, but as I turned the corner into the next aisle, I froze. There were people there, customers. At 3 a.m., my first thought was relief. Maybe I wasn't alone after all. But something felt off. They moved weird, like robots with rusty joints. Their faces were blank, eyes unfocused. I watched a woman pick up a can, stare at it for way too long, then put it back on the wrong shelf. Can I help you find anything?" I called out. No response. They just kept shuffling around, ignoring me completely. I approached one guy who was standing still, staring at a display of paper towels. "Sir, are you okay?" I tapped his shoulder. He turned, slowly, too slowly. His eyes met mine and I felt my blood run cold. They were completely empty. No light, no life. Just vacant. His mouth opened and a low, gurgling sound came out. It wasn't words, wasn't even human. I stumbled backward, heart pounding. That's when it clicked. These weren't customers. They weren't even people. I don't know what they were, but they definitely didn't belong here. I backed away, trying not to draw attention, but as I moved, their heads started turning. All of them, in perfect unison, following me. I ran. I sprinted down the aisle, looking for somewhere to hide, but everywhere I turned, there were more of them. Dozens, maybe hundreds, all with those same empty eyes, those same jerky movements. The store suddenly felt massive, endless. Aisles stretched on forever, and everywhere I looked, those things were there, watching, waiting. I realized with growing horror that I was trapped. This wasn't Walmart anymore, it was something else entirely, and it didn't want me to leave. The Walmart that wants you to stay. I had to get out of there, like right now. My heart was pounding as I booked it towards the front of the store, but when I got there, the automatic doors didn't budge. I pushed, I pulled, I even tried to pry them open with my hands. Nothing. It was like they were painted on. Panic started to set in. I sprinted to the back, hoping to find an emergency exit, but as I ran, something felt off. The aisles seemed longer, twisting in ways that made no sense. I swear I passed the same end cap display like 3 times. That's when it hit me. The store was changing, shifting around me. One second I was in grocery, the next I was surrounded by lawn furniture. It was like the whole place was alive, playing some sick game of keep away. I couldn't believe what was happening. This wasn't possible. Stores don't move. They don't change. But here I was, lost in an endless maze of products that shouldn't exist. Suddenly, I heard it. A low rumble, like the building itself was growling. The fluorescent lights flickered, casting weird shadows. And in those shadows, I swear I saw things moving, reaching for me. I ran, harder than I've ever run before. Aisles blurred past me, constantly changing. Toys became electronics, became frozen foods. I couldn't keep track. All I knew was that I had to keep moving. But no matter how fast I ran, how many turns I took, I couldn't find a way out. The store didn't want me to leave. It wanted me to stay. Forever. Just when I thought it couldn't get worse, I heard them. Those not quite customers from before. Their shuffling footsteps and gurgling noises echoing all around me. Getting closer. I was being hunted. In a living, breathing Walmart that seemed determined to make me part of its twisted inventory. And as I kept running, dodging, grabbing hands, and shifting shelves, I realized this might be a fight I couldn't win. Shatrad, dawn breaks, but the nightmare lingers. I thought the night would never end, but suddenly I noticed a faint glow coming from the windows. Dawn was breaking. The store seemed to groan and shift like it was mad about losing its grip on me. Those creepy not customers started fading away, melting into the shadows. It was weird, watching everything slowly go back to normal. As the sun came up, other employees started arriving for the morning shift. They acted like nothing was wrong, but I was shaking. Did that really happen? Was I going crazy? I kept looking over my shoulder, half expecting to see those blank faces again. My manager asked if I was okay. I almost told him everything, but stopped myself. Who'd believe me? As I clocked out, he mentioned they needed someone for the night shift next week. My blood ran cold. What if it wasn't over?